Every thought whispers something about who you think you are. Every vision reveals who you believe you can become. And every action, or inaction, quietly mirrors your level of self-trust. Have you ever noticed how the people who already believe they're capable act differently? They move through the world as if they already hold the keys. Not because life handed them privilege or perfection, but because somewhere deep inside they decided, I am allowed. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. The fastest way to attract something isn't to crave it, chase it, or obsess over it. It's to think like someone who already has it. Because your mind doesn't just reflect reality, it creates it, starting from the inside. Your thoughts are not mirrors, they are blueprints. They design your posture, your tone, your courage. As author William James once said, human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. Think about that for a second. Your future doesn't begin when you get the opportunity. It begins when you decide you deserve the opportunity. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Most people live in quiet war with themselves, acting from lack, wanting from emptiness. They imagine success through the language of fear. I don't have, I need, I must get, but lack never attracts abundance. When your desires are rooted in scarcity, even success feels like survival. Ask yourself, when you want something, are you wishing from fulfillment or from fear? Are you envisioning with trust or tension? Because your mind listens carefully. If you say, I want to be confident, while secretly believing I am not enough, your brain takes the second statement more seriously. It always listens to belief, not words. So picture yourself as confident now, not later, not when things finally work out. Now, your posture shifts, your voice deepens, your energy rises, and suddenly, your reality begins to mirror your imagination. As Napoleon Hill once wrote, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's not magic, that's psychology. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's actually experienced. So if you see yourself winning, your neural pathways light up as though you already are. If you feel yourself breaking free, your body prepares for courage. Imagine often enough, and the invisible becomes familiar, and the familiar becomes real. But don't stop at wishing. Wishing without belief is an empty echo. Belief without action is self-deception. Action without purpose is noise. The power comes when faith, imagination, and effort align. Abundance isn't something you chase. It's something you radiate. When you live as though you already hold enough within you, life has a funny way of responding in harmony. As Lao Tzu once said, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Think small, and life shrinks to match your vision. Think big, and life expands to meet your courage. Sometimes, the only wall between you and progress is the identity you're clinging to. You're not stuck in life. You're stuck in who you think you are. You're attached to a version of yourself that no longer fits. So loosen that attachment. Redefine yourself not by your past limitations, but by your present potential. You're allowed to grow beyond what once kept you safe. Here's the truth. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you move, even imperfectly, you gain momentum. As Tony Robbins once said, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. Faith builds bridges that fear can't walk on. Courage doesn't wait for clarity. Every small decision in the direction of your vision is a vote for your future self. You don't owe the world immediate perfection. You owe it continued participation. When you act with faith, Even when uncertain, you tell your subconscious, I trust myself enough to build this. And when trust grows, effort feels lighter. When was the last time you trusted yourself completely? When was the last time you acted before proof appeared? Do you still measure your worth by yesterday's doubts? Or are you ready to meet the version of you that no longer needs permission? Nobody can hand you confidence, but you can train it. Nobody can guarantee success, but you can make failure irrelevant by learning faster than it hurts. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. You see, even when life gives you little, belief multiplies it. Even when conditions are against you, composure attracts solutions. Even when things fall apart, meaning can rebuild them stronger. The moment you stop saying, I'll try, and start saying, I already am, the universe begins rearranging itself around that certainty. Don't ask, when will it happen? Ask, who would I be if it already had? Speak, move, and decide from that place. Your tone changes. Your eyes steady. Your energy tells the world, I'm not hoping, I'm aligning. That's not delusion. That's deliberate creation. You don't need to fight your old self, just outgrow it. You don't need to prove you're ready. Just show up like you are. If you fail, you learn. If you act, you grow. If you keep going, you transform. Because action doesn't need to be right. It only needs to be real. Movement itself rewires belief. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop waiting to feel ready and start trusting that you are ready enough, you finally move fast enough to meet your destiny. If you're exhausted, remember, even clarity needs rest. Dreams grow quietly in soil before they bloom in the sun. So rest if you must, but with faith, not despair. You're not behind. You're just gathering momentum for your next elevation. Do not wish from emptiness. Wish from wholeness. Do not act from pressure. Act from purpose. Let clarity lead your days and conviction guard your nights. Because once you think like someone who already has it, the universe doesn't just listen. It responds. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And that's how lives change. One small, faithful step toward a bigger version of who you already are.